Good morning from Ghana country, the home of the red kangaroo dreaming. A page that I love, adore, and have been following in my town of my home birth, the Canberra page, just asked, well, I say just asked a question. They asked it 8 hours ago. I just saw it at 4 a.m. my time, 4:30 a.m. their time. Ridges Hotel, the Lakeside Hotel. Oh, glory be. So many memories. Let me cut to the chase and do some dot points. 1988. Had just started going out with my now ex-wife, and she had helped me by letting me stay with her for 3 weeks when I was in transition from one place to another. And as a thank you, I said, let's go and have dinner at the restaurant at the top of the lakeside. She said, what? Are you joking? I said, no, I value you. I value what you've done. Let's go and... So we went and had dinner at the Lakeside Hotel at the top. And that was the first time and the one and only time that I tried snails, because she ordered them and I said, what do they taste like? And she said, they taste like snot. Have a try. And I went, yep. I've not tasted snot because I don't do that, but that's probably what snot tastes like. And at some point in proceedings, I pulled out a room key and said, oh, by the way, if you'd like to, we're staying here tonight. And we stayed at the Lakeside. And she said, that sounds like a plan. I had already in the hotel room, which I'd set up with, all the sort of traditional, only a 21-year-old can do, all of the amazing, cliches, including a bottle of, before it became a thing for young people, Hennessy VSOP. And by the time we got up there, we'd already had bourbon and Coke to start with, some wine with dinner, and a couple of different aperitifs. No, that's aperitif is before. Aperitifs. We had a couple of drinks afterwards, and by we got back to the room, and I'd put some ice in the glass, and we'd poured a couple of glasses of Hennessy VSOP, and then we got distracted by inspecting each other for body moles and all of the above and beyond and below, and lots of sex. Anyway, the next morning, when we both woke up in the bed, top to tail, tail to top, I went, oh, I looked at the glass by the side of the bed. Yeah, that's me, because that's who I am. Oh, man. I looked at the glass and thought, do you know what? That was really expensive. I'm just going to grab the glass and pour it back into the bottle. Now, I could have set that up brilliantly, but I didn't. I poured the glass of VSOP Hennessy back into the bottle, but then it overflowed, and I thought, what? How? My father schooled me in physics. How could that glass? And I went, oh yeah, I had some ice. The ice had melted. That's how much Hennessy VSOP we had drunk, because we got distracted by the body moles and the bed top folk dancing and the, everything, sex. Oh, I hope I'm going to have to check this back, because I just did the old... No, I'm not going to... Ridges. Edward de Bono. Oh, my God. Sometime in the noughties, I'm going to say the early noughties, I saw Edward de Bono downstairs in the conference room. And, before I get there, Monday nights. Hospo Monday nights. Downstairs at I can't remember what the bar was called. Monday nights... And you say, oh, there's nothing to do in Canberra on a Monday night when it's cold and it's boring and it's full of roundabouts. And Monday nights, you might as well just go home and, watch the television. Go down to the Ridges on a Monday night, the bar at the back near the car park. It used to go off like a frog in a sock. Oh, my God. But Edward de Bono, I went and saw him in the conference room at the Ridges. Early-ish... Well, Mum died in 2016, so somewhere between 2001 and 2016. I'm going to say roughly, don't know. Gun to my head, don't know. Edward de Bono. and he was touring Australia with his book called I Want to Be the King of Australia, and he changed my life. Oh, you like the 6 hats of thinking, you the red hat and the blue hat. No, I want to be the King of Australia. Gun to my head, can't remember one single word of what he said. I just remember that as he spoke, he had the overhead projector with the rolling foil, with the rolling overhead projector, and my business is called Overheard Productions. That's got nothing to do with Edward de Bono, but the fact that Edward de Bono, as he spoke, he drew pictures and he drew words. And every single time he spoke, he drew pictures and words. And when people asked him questions, he said, well, let me answer that by saying this. And then as he spoke, he wrote and he drew pictures. I am visual and kinesthetic. I got. Now, Edward de Bono, I have not started even reading this. Changed my life, helped me understand how I think, how I act, how I behave. My name's Bill Quinn. I was born on the coldest day of the year in 1966 on Ngunnawal Ngambri country, and I am a Arsenal supporter. And that flag, that Ted, so I'm Bill, that's Ted. We're on an awesome, excellent, amazing, perfect, exemplary adventure for the next 6 weeks. We're currently on Kaurna country. I was born on Ngunnawal Ngambri country on the coldest day of the year in 1966, and in 1978 I bought this scarf in North London because I'm a North Londoner, and that is an Arsenal what do I keep saying flag? Well, it is a bit of a flag, but it's a scarf. I think that's enough, don't you? I was born in Royal Canberra Hospital. I was there when it blew up, and I'm trying to keep away from the fact that when it blew up, isn't it supposed to implode? No, it exploded, and you know the rest. 1997, ... From Kaurna country, returning to Ngunnawal Ngambri in about, I'm going to say, second week of August. It's Bill Quinn from Kaurna country. I'll see you when I'm looking at you. Goodbye. Congo DR. So close, so close, so close. Has he got mental issues? Allegedly not, because he gets himself tested. Although, having said that, no spoilers. See you, bye.